Imagine encountering giants so fearsome that their very names struck terror into the hearts of entire nations. The Bible tells us about two such giants, King Og of Bashan and King Sihon of the Amorites. Og, the ruler of Bashan, was renowned for his immense strength and towering presence. He reigned from Ashtaroth during Moses' time and fiercely opposed the Israelites as they journeyed to the Promised Land. Despite Og's formidable reputation, God assured Moses and the Israelites that they would conquer him. Numbers 21 verses 33 to 35. It is written, "Then they turned and went up by the way of Bashan. And Og the king of Bashan went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle at Edrei. But the Lord said unto Moses, Fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand, and all his people and his land. So they smote him, and his sons, and all his people, until there was none left him alive, and they possessed his land." This victory was monumental, proving that even the mightiest foes could not stand against God's chosen people. Before facing Og, the Israelites clashed with King Sihon of the Amorites. Moses requested passage through Sihon's territory, promising not to harm his resources, but Sihon attacked instead. God empowered the Israelites to defeat Sihon and seize his land. In Deuteronomy 3 verses 3 to 5, we read, "So the Lord our God delivered into our hands Og also, the king of Bashan, and all his people. And we smote him until none was left to him remaining. And we took all his cities at that time. There was not a city which we took not from them. 3 cities, fortified with high walls, gates, and bars, besides unwalled towns a great many." Og's iron bed, measuring over 13 feet long and 6 feet wide, Deuteronomy 3 verse 11, underscored his enormous size, hinting at his probable height of around 10 or 11 feet. The Israelites' triumph over these giants, who were the last of the Rephaim, showcased God's power and reassured them of his continued support. Their conquests spread fear among future adversaries, as seen in Joshua 2 verse 10. "For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed." These victories bolstered the Israelites' faith, preparing them for the challenges ahead in their quest to claim the Promised Land. As Moses prepared to leave the Israelites under Joshua's care, they stood on the brink of entering Canaan. In Deuteronomy 31 verse 4, it says, "The Lord will do to them as he did to Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, and to their land when he destroyed them." Psalm 135 verses 7 to 11 describes God's mighty works. He makes clouds rise from the ends of the earth. He sends lightning with the rain and brings out the wind from his storehouses. He struck down the firstborn of Egypt, both man and animal. He sent signs and wonders into your midst, Egypt, against Pharaoh and all his servants. He struck down many nations and killed mighty kings, Sihon king of the Amorites, Og king of Bashan, and all the kings of Canaan. The giant Og, mentioned in Deuteronomy 3 verse 1 and Joshua 12 verse 4, is a testament to God's power. Despite Og's formidable stature, the Israelites, with God's help, conquered him. Psalm 136 verses 18 to 20 praises God for his enduring mercy, recounting victories over kings like Sihon and Og. When the Israelites initially feared the inhabitants of Canaan, including giants like the Nephilim and the sons of Anak, their lack of faith seemed unjustified considering God's consistent support. Numbers 13. As Jesus said in Matthew 19 verse 26, "With man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Goliath, a towering Philistine warrior, challenged Israel during a period of conflict. The Philistines had encamped in Judah's territory, threatening Israel once more. 1 Samuel 17 verses 1 to 3. Goliath, described in 1 Samuel 17 verse 4 as standing about 9 feet 9 inches tall, wore a massive coat of bronze armor weighing around 175 to 200 pounds, and carried a spear with an iron head weighing about 20 to 25 pounds. His formidable appearance, armed with bronze greaves, a javelin, and accompanied by a shield bearer, was intimidating. 1 Samuel 17 verses 5 to 7. Yet, the story of David's victory over Goliath reminds us that no challenge is too great when God is on our side. Imagine facing a giant like Goliath, who was not only massive but also heavily armored. Goliath had a man-sized shield to protect him from enemy arrows, making him seem almost invincible. Picture the fear and intimidation of encountering such a colossal warrior, with armor that made him look unbeatable. In 1 Samuel 17 verses 8 to 9, Goliath taunts the Israelites, saying, "Why have you come out to line up for battle? Am I not a Philistine, and are you not the servants of Saul? Choose a man and have him come down to me. If he is able to fight and kill me, we will become your subjects. But if I overcome him and kill him, you will become our subjects and serve us." For 40 days, Goliath challenged the Israelites, proposing a one-on-one fight to determine the winner of the war. David, the youngest son of Jesse from Bethlehem, was not yet old enough to join the army. He was sent by his father to deliver food to his brothers who were fighting. When David arrived, he heard Goliath's taunts and saw the Israelites retreating in fear. Unfazed, David questioned why no one had stepped up to fight Goliath, proclaiming, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" 1 Samuel 17 verse 26. David's bravery marked the beginning of his legendary story as he prepared to face the giant that had everyone else trembling in fear. In a dramatic showdown, King Saul promised a huge reward to anyone who could defeat Goliath: his daughter's hand in marriage, great wealth, and freedom from taxes. 1 Samuel 17 verse 25. Despite these incentives, no one volunteered. David, a simple shepherd, learned about this reward and decided to face Goliath. Armed only with a sling and a few stones, he stood bravely against the giant, who mocked him. 1 Samuel 17 verses 41 to 44. David responded, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." 1 Samuel 17 verse 45. With faith, David hurled a stone that struck Goliath in the forehead, killing him instantly. 1 Samuel 17 verses 49 to 51. David's victory teaches us vital lessons. First, we all face personal giants that seem insurmountable, but with faith, we can overcome them. Second, each of us must confront our challenges. No one can fight our battles for us. Third, trust in God brings security and stability, enabling us to stand firm in tough times. Finally, remembering past victories and sharing them encourages others and strengthens our faith.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.